Hi there, Dark Shades again. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm talking this time about Black American men versus Black British men. Now, I always thought that the Black British men they didn't have much of a backbone, but I know we in the 80s, the 70s and 80s, we broke our men bad. When I say we broke them bad, we used to have them in our homes. They didn't have to work. We would go out and work. We would more or less look after them. We ended up being like their mothers. And most of them wouldn't even give you any money towards any shopping or anything. For some reason, in that era of the 70s and 80s, women looked after men. And some of them would go out and work, but it was very rare that they would supply or provide for you. And it seemed to be quite normal in that little circle that we lived in. Now, I went to live in America for 13 years and I met a Black American. Now, he was of a Muslim persuasion, not the radical Muslim, but he was of a Muslim persuasion. And he started saying to me, I was there for about he started saying to me, we'll go 50-50 down the line, and he would pay for this and pay for that. And it surprised me. I thought, bloody hell, this man is paying 50-50 down the line. And it made me kind of think, how come that doesn't happen in England? Why is it always the women, the Black English women, carrying the weight of the Black British men? Now, what happened is, in the 80s, I believe, we had a wave of Jamaicans and Africans coming over. And a lot of them, admittedly, they wanted a visa. So a lot of Black Brits ended up marrying Jamaicans and Africans, but not only to give them a visa, but because they actually made us feel like women. They were masculine. They would provide with what little they had. They may not have a lot, but what little they had, they would share it with you. And so we ended up thinking, why would we want a Black British man if we can get a Jamaican or an African man who's going to treat us how we want to be treated? Now you're finding there's a lot of I think we started getting a reputation of being fool because we used to do so much for our men. And they used to think that we, were over generous to the point where we're stupid. But one thing with the British people, I think it's a British culture. We're very shrewd. And while it looked like we put up with a load of crap, we don't really. We're just slow and steady wins the prize. And the next thing you know, that man's out on his ear because he's taken advantage or he's taken us for granted or whatever. But my point being is that, when I or other people like me see the Black British man, we do see them as weak. And even though we can't generalize, that disclaimer is always there. There are a few Black men who are providing for their homes and they seem to be providing for their women. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. For all I know, the woman might be providing for them. I don't know. But I came across this video I'm going to show you now. It's by a Black American man. And he's talking about Black men in general. And, I just want to say that once again, it's not exhaustive and we cannot apply it to every Black man. Okay? So don't shoot the messenger.
I saw a video, some guy, Reg, the bad guy, well, whoever this clown is, talking about everybody want a piece of me. Well, tell him, come on, y'all, all y'all welcome. All y'all welcome. The manosphere, we can do a Google. I'll debate all y'all by myself. You see what I'm saying? Because the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. Sitting there like, I saw Obsidian was doing a like sitting in there, Google had it, they talking about how black women through. Like nobody's checking for us is checking for the black male, is checking for the black male like that. Dude, 50% of black men in America are functionally fucking illiterate. Why are you sitting here acting like y'all just got it going on? Do y'all not?
Apologies for the profanities.
This is the problem. You're more dependent on the black woman than they are on you, and that's why you're mad. This is why you say things like feminism destroyed your home. Because a lot of you don't have what it takes to run a home if you don't have the woman there serving as your helper in a subservient position. But then you want to try and reinforce these gender roles when the reality is because you're a weakness and because you're dominated and because you're subjugated, she's had to fulfill both gender roles.
So I just wanted to put that out there because it is exactly what I was saying, but I didn't realize it was happening in America as well. So what can we do about this? Men, to whom it may apply, need to get our act together. You need to get your act together. I'm not going to chastise you because I think a lot of it, we've enabled a lot of it. Women have enabled a lot of it because out of maybe love, maybe out of stupidity, out of just not knowing how to enable someone. I mean, it's only recently you've got all these videos and, you know, educational material about relationships that are showing you what makes a relationship work. And what makes a relationship work is tough love. And it is about working hard to achieve your goals, and for two people to have relationship goals and to know where they're going in 3, 5, 10 years time, and not to just mosey along. You know, you go to work, you come home, you cock up your foot, you watch TV, you go to bed, you make love, you get up in the morning, you go to work, you come home, you watch TV, Saturdays you go shopping or whatever it is you do. Life is supposed to have purpose, and it cannot have purpose if that is what you're doing day in, day out. So the couples are meant to be working together on a goal and seeing how each party can enhance the other. The thing is about with men and women. I mean, when you think about Adam and Eve, God put Eve with Adam as his helpmate. That was to help him and facilitate him. Of course, the devil is in everything. And the devil tempts Eve and she ends up, you know, destroying the whole of mankind's freedom. But the fact of the matter is that women are meant to enable and help man. And that's why they say behind every good man, there's a good woman. But what's happening is that you're pushing the women away. And you're trying to do this by yourself, and you cannot. You cannot do it with the white woman. You cannot do it with the Asian woman. You cannot do it with anybody else but the black woman if you want to succeed. But you have to be strong and you have to be brave and you have to be prepared to do the work. So it's no point thinking you can cock up your foot and expect life to be better and expect your quality of life to be better when you're not putting the work in. So that's all I've got to say. Hope you found it useful. Bye-bye.